What's up everyone? Today we have a Rototiller. It's a Craftsman 24-inch. However, I've worked on this before. I took this body and it had a bad motor. I put this good motor that had a bad transmission. It was roughly the same size. If you haven't seen that video, definitely do so. However, the owner used it last fall, rototilled this entire garden, which is pretty much the size of my entire backyard, and which just is amazing that you could do with something like this. Put it away. His friend needed one, then he borrowed it, then he started using it after his friend used it, and said about 5 or so minutes into it to start pluming out black smoke from the muffler. And that means black is excess of fuel, so we could be dealing with a lack of air or addition of too much fuel. So let's go ahead and just take a look at it and see what we can find. I hope it's something simple like an air filter got wet or something, but I don't think so. I don't remember which way choke is. I'm gonna assume that's choke. That's full throttle. That's on. I don't know how well that really showed up, but it was definitely a little carbony. Also kind of sounded like it might be a little high on the revolutions. Let's see if that problem persists if we lower the speed down. Well, I'm thinking spark. Now let me go over it real quick. So at lower RPM, it seemed to be doing fine. Once you get into like, excuse me, I don't want to say like 2800 or above, it seems like it's missing. So it's not really, I don't believe a abundance of fuel. I think we are just getting poor spark. But just to make sure, let's look at this air filter. We go by the KISS mantra in this garage. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm not gonna really say who stupid is, but I think you know who stupid is. Yep, it's always a good sign. I remember this air cover. It's definitely fuely. It smells like fuel pretty decently. It's not overly wet or anything though. Oh no, it's pretty wet. How about we try cleaning it up a little bit, putting in a new air filter. Here's a tip on this. If you have any equipment that uses these air filters, Hondas, flathead Briggs, pressure washers will have those engines, mowers will have those engines, a lot of them have those engines. If you buy them in bulk, you save yourself a significant amount of money. Like, the amount is kind of shocking. I think I paid like 15 bucks for like 10. Or if you go to buy just one at a local store, I'll be lucky if I can get one for like $8. See what happens now. Well, it runs a whole lot better. I guess it was mainly just oily, the air filter. That's very odd. Perhaps, or I guess it wasn't really oily. Let's take a look at it. It's definitely nasty, but if you look in there, see how shiny it is? It's just like super saturated. So that's definitely our problem. We know that because it fixed our issue, but what we don't know is why did it do that, and why can be a little difficult. Let's smell it, see if it smells like oil or fuel. Definitely smells more like oil. It doesn't really smell like fuel. I'm wondering if it is just overfilled with oil. I think something that shouldn't be of any surprise to anyone. Look at that. It's so carbony. Just setting it down right then, a piece of carbon fell off. So I am going to replace that. I mean, obviously it still runs, but we're gonna have ourselves a brand new one. So I'm going to install that. We can have a new air filter, new spark plug. I checked the oil. It doesn't appear to be overly full at all. It should be at the right level. And after I install the plug, I mean, it ran pretty good before, but let's see if it runs any better. Plug is installed. Give it a pull. Also, there's something weird going on with this. Is it just not on right? Yeah, okay. Am I on? Yes. I'm plugged in. Try to choke. It definitely runs a little better. It's not as, I want to say, it's definitely more responsive. So I think we're good to go. The only other thing that I could think that's going to cause this problem is two reasons. One, it could be worn because it overfilled with oil. I mean, if it's too much oil. The oil eventually has to go somewhere, and one of the places it's going to go is going to be the air filter, because it's going to go up into the valve area, and then there's a breather tube that connects all the way into the air filter. So if it's overfilled, it's just going to happen. 2, there could be excess wear in the piston or rings or cylinder, and it's causing excess blow-by to push oil up, also right into the filter. Or it could very well be that the person that had it before tipped it over, didn't realize it for a long enough period of time, and the oil soaked the filter. Could also be the fact that the rototiller, and they're doing some gnarly ground, this thing just bouncing left and right, and over the course of time, oil just found its way in there. Any one of them is, I don't really think it's excess wear, to be honest, or to overfill. I personally think it's just the fact it's a rototiller. But other thing that we can check, if that did not fix our problem, is we would check the valve clearance and see if that is of any importance. Then we would check the coil. We can test the coil or just replace it, because like I said, it kind of sounded like it was a spark problem in the beginning, but we soon found out it was a lack of air. So with that being said, if you're having this problem, I hope it helped you out. If you like what you see, keep watching, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, the Small Engine 101, and I'll catch you on the next video. You have a good rest of your day.